Hello, everybody. Manlius here, and welcome back to another episode of Ark Raiders. In this episode, we are just going to do some quests, and the two that we're going to do is our presence up there and the untended garden, both of which require us to go to the damn battlegrounds. So let's head up there. We have made some progress in the live event, and we're also level 25. You know, I was thinking about this, about if I do the prestige in this game to maybe do like a quest by quest sort of thing. And kind of maybe a guide, you know. The thing is with like guides and lore videos is they take a lot of time. And so time isn't something that I necessarily have. I start school in January full time. And kind of a unique opportunity. So I don't really have the time to commit to such lengthy projects. That's why I kind of like just, you know, recording as I play, maybe streaming here and there, and leaving it at that. But we'll see. Okay. So we got to go to the hydroponics, and we'll do that first because the pattern house is also on the other end. So let's head there. You know, we do have the anvil with us right now. It's a really, really good weapon, especially against Ark enemies. You know, heavy rounds just do so much damage. The downside is it's slow. But you can upgrade it for it to shoot a little bit faster. And when it shoots, you know, if you can get that fire rate going pretty well, it can take down a raider pretty easily too if you come across a hostile. But even then, it still packs a really, really good punch. Okay, well, we're going to make our way towards the hydroponics. You know, the playstyle that I've kind of adopted, and I think I said this last episode too, is kind of a shoot when shot at. I won't necessarily engage because I just don't know what kind of enemy I'm going up against or how well kitted out they are. And that's kind of a risk that you have to take, because if you're outmatched, I missed a couple of those shots, but that's okay. If you're outmatched, then you're 9 times out of 10 gonna die, depending on how tactical you can be. So sometimes it is better to play it safe. But if I do get engaged, then I will go full force, right? I always like to bring these light impact grenades with me. Man, we're getting... Okay. Oh man, we might die towards these guys. And I do have a raider helping me. So we'll have to give him our thanks.
I owe you one.
Yeah, I was trying to get those grenades off because they do quite a good chunk of damage to the hornets. Especially since they're shielded, but I just was not hitting my mark that I needed to. But good thing that we can craft them though. So we'll have to keep an eye out for plastic parts and chemicals. I do want max shields. And restore what we have there. And we'll continue to head over to the hydroponics. Wasted 3 grenades on that one. Usually I'm a better mark. I kept pressing Y to switch to my anvil, but I think I was in the middle of throwing a grenade, so it didn't switch over. So I wasted a couple of grenades on that one. Okay. This should be a field depot. No, it doesn't have the blue tarp. Maybe we can find something in here. Steel springs. I like steel springs because it makes shrapnel grenades. And shrapnel grenades are one of my favorite things to use in this game. And so I try and make them whenever I get the chance. Man, I don't know what the RNG is to one-shot things, but it's better some days than others. Okay, our shield's taken quite a beating, so we'll definitely have to be careful with the battles that we pick. And there's a friend, hopefully. Unless he starts shooting me, then I'll quickly have to get a couple grenades. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see, electrical components, oil. It's a lot of oil. I want to make that into chemicals. Okay, we'll salvage that as well. And there's a guy in here. Okay, what do I have to do? Access that data archive in one of the domes. Before we do that, we'll go ahead and search some stuff. Okay, and there's the objective that we need. Oh wow, we've got an epic item. Alright, now we have to find a field depot. And so field depots are in blue. What is this? Lightweight stock. It's not bad. Jeez Louise, I am just getting my ass kicked by these hornets. I am definitely gonna see if I can make can't make heavy ammo. It's a shame. Alright. Oh, that's a snitch. Definitely gonna hide from that. Oh, we got moss, though. Moss is good because moss, you can... Okay, we're just gonna glitch out for a second. Moss you can eat to restore health. Let's just cap off this. We have enough shield rechargers. We'll go ahead and do that. Okay, now we have to find a field depot, but we want to go in the direction of the pattern house. And here is a field depot. Okay. We'll try and avoid that rocketeer if we can. Medium gun parts are good. Let's see. Arc power cell, rubber parts, fabric, plastic parts. Gonna need some fabric, huh? I don't need these. So I'm gonna take that. Okay. What can I drop? I could drop crude explosives. Because I can't really make anything else right now. Let's do this. Because those are going to get salvaged anyway. We'll take the plastic parts. Can make impact grenades. Or a impact grenade. Is that to me? Okay. That's what I was worried about. Let's try and get to the pattern house in one piece. This is definitely not a good raid right now. Okay, that's a tick. Alright, and here we have medical supplies, which is good, because this is what I need. Oh, I need that antiseptic. Gonna get rid of that. We'll get that back up. We're gonna go run this. Because I can get heavy ammo, potentially from this. Okay. Okay. We'll take that. A blaze grenade. We'll take... Alright, and we got a couple more rounds. So long as we can avoid the gaze of that rocketeer, I think we'll be okay. And I'm also trying to engage... I guess that's kind of good that we're attacking so many of those arc enemies, because one of the trials this week is to deal damage to flying arc enemies. So it works out. I do want to try and go toe-to-toe with the Rocketeer, though. I have a bunch of wolf pack rounds in my inventory, or my stash, that I could definitely use instead of just kind of hoarding onto. And we also have an extract point very close to us. So if we can get there within the next 6 minutes, our chances of running into a raider are pretty low. But let's see what we need to complete here. Okay, so visit the pattern house. And then what? Okay, there is somebody here. Complete the antenna installation on the roof. Let's see if we can get there from up here. Kind of weary. Because I don't really know how to get on the roof. Okay, that's one way. Looks like that guy escaped. Okay. No further things. All right. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Yeah, okay, that guy's damaged. We do have to be careful, though, are those pesky extraction rats. Okay, let's see if we can make it out alive on this one. And being this close to the, this area right here is also a pretty big hot zone for raiders. All along the dam. Okay. Okay. Outstanding. Couple close calls there with the arc enemies, but we made it out alive. And completing a couple of quests as well. Okay. I think we're kind of full up on our stash. Yeah, we are. This has always kind of been the hardest part for me is, you know, this is, typically these aren't really worth repairing. But let's see what the cost is for a medium shield. Okay, so we could repair it for one less battery. What do we get when we recycle? We get an arc circuitry back. So here's the question, right? We repair, we use one less battery, same amount of arc circuitry. But we don't get the full thing. I think we recycle. Okay. and we make it, and we nullify the arc circuitry. And we're back at 100. And yes, we use a little bit more batteries, but we have the batteries to use. Okay. We got a lot of seeds. I don't want to get rid of these glow sticks. I actually want to use them during a night raid. I don't know how helpful they are or they're going to be, but we'll find out. Let's go ahead and level up. I am doing the survival for now only because I wouldn't mind maxing broad shoulders. I don't know how I feel about either of these. Security lockers might be good to find blueprints, but I think it's time to invest in another tree. Because 36 points is a lot, right? 36 points is a lot, and if we're not going to get, you know, things like blueprints, I would be kind of more concerned about conditioning and mobility. Raider containers I don't really care about. Stubborn mule don't really care about. 3D breaths don't really care about. So let's go and get this. We'll get these two up, and then I think we'll start working on conditioning and mobility next. Let's go ahead and complete these quests.
Oh, and be careful whenever you head into Stellamore.
Yes? I always suspected that their cultivation project failed.
And we got a new one.
They may have been able to salvage something. Let me go through these notes and get back to you.
All right, the root of the matter. And in one round on the Buried City, we have to go to the research building and search for the seed vault in the room with a great view.
Third time's the charm, right? She seems to have headed to Buried City. Mentions putting the seed vault in a room with a great view.
Success unreported is just...
And we'll complete this one.
I know one outpost may seem like a small step, but every building we claim is proof that we're not giving up on topside.
We get the Lost in Transmission quest in return.
I just need you to establish a brief connection so I can get to my logs. Here's the key to the room. Keep it in a safe...
Okay. We are full up on our stash. To expand it will cost us 200,000 coins. I feel like I need this for something, but I just can't remember what. Okay. We have a lot of keys. I don't really use mines. Recycle these into sensors. Sensors are good because I can make Raider hatch keys. Trigger grenades, you know, I get processors. What do we have? Secret grenades I'll keep. Snap blast grenades I like. Like I said, I want to use the glow sticks. I feel like we can sell blaze grenades. It's quite a bit. Blaze grenade traps, same thing. I think we're just going to sell those. I don't really use the traps anyway. Oh, I have some really good items there. You know, I have a lot of these. I don't really use the shotgun, and I can just craft them. Yeah, we're just going to sell the ammo for now because I can craft it later. We do have a good stock of weapons and augments. So really, I need to get rid of those arc cores. Make those. Do I need... No, I don't. Okay. What are we at? 251. Great. Let's recycle that. Industrial charger. Recycle that. Speaker component, grenade, photoelectric cloak. Let's go ahead and recycle that. I don't need that. Okay, ammunition. Let's bring an extra 40 with us. Okay, good on grenades, good on healing items. We're going to bring the rest of that as well. I want to make more grenades and stock up. Okay, and we look good. We can also repair our anvil, but we'll wait. You know, because we never know what's going to happen to us. So the buried city, Stellamontis, and Spaceport.
You might find a new one around the of the spaceport.
I really like Spaceport, but going to Control Tower A6 alone is a huge risk. Control Tower A6 is typically occupied by raiders who are looking to fight. And like I said, I myself am not looking for a fight, but going alone is probably not the smartest. So we'll hold off on that one, and I may do that if I get some friends to play with. So I think we'll go to the buried city. The research building can be kind of a hot spot, but definitely not as dangerous as Spaceport's Control Tower A6. Okay, everything looks good. Let's go ahead and head in. Okay. So we only have 20 minutes, so we kind of have to be quick.
This is Celeste speaking. Let's go to the research building. The seed vault should be in whatever room has a great view.
The room with a great view. I do want to take a look at our trials. Arc probes, damage flying arc enemies. Okay, harvest plants. Arc probes, you know, I think for that one you kind of just have to go along with whatever map has the more arc probes modifier. It really is hard to... And there's an arc probe up there that we'll try and get. It really is hard to decide, you know, which map is my favorite. Yeah, they did such a great job with all the maps that it's like, I don't know, they all are unique in their own way. That it's an experience on every single one of them, and that's something that I can appreciate. I don't know how we're gonna get up there. I mean, we could try and get up there this way. Sure. There's a pop. Damn, we didn't get out of the way in time. Damn. I really fucked that one up, huh? Let's go ahead and recharge our shield. Yeah, it is really kind of hard. I have to say Blue Ridge, I believe it is one of my favorites. Okay, there's a leaper right there. Hopefully it doesn't see us. I just really like the diversity of it. Spaceport's also really cool. I've had a lot of great battles on that one with other raiders. Okay, let's try and get this one really quick before they notice us. Okay. Got a deflated basketball there that we can use for rubber parts. Okay. We've got a leaper there. Man. We're just getting... Oh, somebody's hitting him with a hole cracker. I would say I'd help him out, but I'm kind of on my own mission right now. Damn, this guy is still after me, huh? Golly. Did they update it and, like, buff these guys? Okay, there's a raider to the left as well.
I owe you.
There's some guy up there picking him off. Room with a great view, huh? Yeah, that raider's up to no good.
Hello.
Okay. A lot going on over here. Let's try and get to the southern station. Unless we can leave here.
Let's go to that metro.
Oh, nope. There's a raider next to us. Hopefully he's friendly. Yeah. I don't know, I kind of want to stick around, but... I also don't. I think what we'll do is we'll extract, we'll... Damn. I hope this guy doesn't kill me. Yeah, that was not an easy go. But I do want to go back in and take on a leaper this episode. I think that would be beneficial. Yeah, I do want to take on a leaper. And Buried City, to me, isn't a bad place to do it. Okay, so we completed this. Nice. Buried City isn't a bad place to do it, but I think we will... Yeah, you know, let's do it in Buried City. Let's first complete this quest with Celeste.
When they talk about the first wave, they mention the battles. The heroics. But fighting back is more than gunshots and bullet holes. It's mouths to feed, crops to grow. It's all of us. Together.
Okay, water
If you're here
troubles.
to complain about the water, join the club. I've been fielding complaints all day. Something is definitely up with it, and I need some help to sort it out.
Okay. This one's in the damn battlegrounds too.
The sooner the better.
But like I said, I really want to take on a leaper only because our trials for this week have damaged 2 leapers. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. Quick use. Two wolf pack rounds. Don't need the defib. Pure arc coolant. Let's recycle that. I'm gonna sell that. Recycle that. Go to our workshop. Durable cloth. I'm fine with just that. I want to hold on to my durable cloths if I can. Only because I need them for my expedition. So all this stuff. Okay. Is this recycling too? No, we're just gonna sell that. Okay. Gonna take that. Maybe one more wolf pack round because I don't know if. No, you know what? We'll take those. Okay. Okay, let's give that a shot. I really have not fought a leaper. So this is going to be new for us. At least for me. All right, let's go leaper hunting. Hopefully we don't get ambushed by raiders. Ooh, we do need to pick plants though. And something tells me I'm going in rather underpowered, but you know, we'll see. Oh, through agave. Not bad. Can we get any more? Or over here. Maybe some prickly pear, huh? Oh, that looks to be it. Okay, let's see. The buried properties. I've seen leapers in the past. Okay. There's a field depot here. That field depot is good to know because if we need a restock quickly, that may be a good resource. Okay, there's a raider down there. Okay. Kind of keeping an eye out. We're gonna go this way. And if we can't find any leapers on this map, that's okay. And just because I don't want to lose these, I'm just gonna put them there. Until we come across one. Okay, so he's damaged. I mean, somebody's there. Sounds like a bastion, maybe? Okay. Somebody is popping off. That's a rocketeer? No, yeah, it's a bastion. Yeah, I don't think I'm equipped enough to go after a bastion yet. So let's just try and find the leapers. And there's a raider that way. Okay. Kind of just skirting the edges of the map. Looking inward to see if there's any leapers. And that bastion is putting in the work on somebody. Oh, cool. More agave. Sometimes there's a leaper down here as well. And I'm not too sure. I can't remember if they spawn in as the round progresses. So it may be worth sticking around to find out. And there was a singular drop of something. So that may be our leaper. Okay, there's a fireball down there. Never mind finding ammo, especially for the weapon that I'm using. So I really don't have to worry about using or running out of heavy ammo. There's a surveyor there.
I owe you one.
Still no leaper. Okay, a raider went down, it looks like. We have another raider in front of us there. 2 raiders. Okay, let's keep walking around. 'Cause who knows, one may spawn. Oh, geez. That was not good. Okay, there goes, like, all my health. Well, that's what I get for not being aware of my surroundings. Okay, that's okay. I think we may have... Yeah, we have 5 fabric there. There's a raider there. Flame spray. Yeah. I just really want to find a leaper. But I'm not seeing any. You know, what we could do... let's make sure we don't have anything on here, and we don't. Okay. Wow. No leapers, huh? Usually I run across at least one on this map. I wonder if it's like one or the other. Like, you get a bastion or you get a leaper. Wow, what's that up there? It's not a leaper. You know, we do have the rounds. We could just... Engage. Enemies at random. And at least get the XP. There's a snitch, but that snitch is going to be tied to the bastion. There's a raider. Okay, somebody's leaving there. Not quite ready to leave yet. There's 3 raiders there. I'm gonna not draw their attention because I don't want them to be bad raiders. Could try and go for that surveyor. I do need a surveyor vault. But the thing with surveyors is I don't really have the grenades for it right now. And I'll definitely come across another one. There it is. That's what I need.
Thanks.
This guy's gonna kill me, watch. I just need that. There's a surveyor down here if you need it. Oh, it's a rocketeer. You know what? Let's try and go for the rocketeer. Nice. Yeah, those Wolfpack grenades are really good. Do you need the driver?
Yeah, just one of them.
Yeah, go for it. There's actually one right in here.
Dude, you're awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I like the circuitry. I don't think I really need the Rocketeer cores anymore. I think I have enough. So, should be okay there. I do want to get that probe, though. Well, we took down a Rocketeer, and that was pretty cool. Yeah, those Wolfpack grenades are just devastating to them. Typically, if you can get one off, I've heard, and each rocket hits, you can take it down. Damn. I'm really liking finding these arc circuitries. Simple gun parts. Let's see. Salvage the arc alloy. We'll do that. Max that. I think we'll drop that. Let's see. Look at this. Plastic parts. Take that. Take the power cell. Oh, what else do we have? Coolant. Definitely gonna take that. Don't need the oil, to be honest with you. Okay. Man, but no leapers. So I think we will head back.
Let's go to that metro.
I would say that was still a successful run. Even if we didn't get the leaper that we wanted, we did help at least take down a Rocketeer. And, you know, that is definitely good for something. Oh, I want to move this there, that there. I wish it gave us experience for healing. If not us, then other players. I think that'd be a really cool way to kind of expand the gameplay if you're rewarded for healing. Or maybe perhaps, you know, a little bit more role playing in falling into a role on a squad, right? Which I'm sure you could either way. But I'm curious to see how they expand it. I don't think classes are what I'm looking for. I think just the ability to make a class, right? Given the already available tools. You know, not like special traits or class-specific abilities, you know. But, you know, it's fun to roleplay, I think. And with a game like this, with kind of how the community is, whether or not they want to be the hero or the villain, will, I think, expand that. And we got 1 star on harvest plants and are given a stable stock. We also upgraded, and so we only need a couple more merit points, which I'm sure we'll get by the time the event ends. Okay. And I think that's a great place to stop. I hope you enjoyed the episode, right? I'll try and record a lot more. Maybe I'll try and stream again. You know, if I can get the bit rates right and still have a good quality streaming. But still messing around with that. Coming up on the holidays, gonna have a little bit more time until I start school in January, and hopefully we can, you know, play some more Arc Raiders together. In any case, as always, I appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you next time.